Hello, hello. Um, so we are back, although with a very short turnaround now with New South Wales B versus Victoria C. New South Wales B getting upset last week, I believe. One of the upset losses to Victoria B. So very stacked team with past OWC players like Arbusion and Jordan, taking on a Victoria C team full of a bunch of up and comers. A lot of them really well known around the 5-digit scene and 4-digit scene. So should be interesting to see this one and how it goes. Pool's still not quite too hard yet, so I think Victoria C definitely could pull off a couple upsets maybe, and see if they can really push them. But New South Wales B also looking to bounce back from somewhat of a underwhelming performance from last week. So right off the bat, we have the DT3 and DT2 bands from Victoria C and New South Wales B. But yeah, oh, we see Tuba finding an early break here. Honestly, pretty strong pick from New South Wales B. A lot of the players really do enjoy and lean into the sort of alt map archetype, especially players like Arbusion and Delchoran. But immediately we can really see that Victoria is sort of struggling with general confidence of this map. Tuba finding a couple of breaks early, as well as the act being a bit lower in his department. And knowing Tuba, he is not super comfortable on ult as well. Definitely one of his weak points, and if he's in as the third for Victoria C, it really does mean that there might not be anybody else more fit for this. But it does lean more to the aim, so we could see. Arbusion actually finding a really early miss. So 4 FC still on the board from Swack, mimitaya, Delchoran, and Onmichi. Decent axe across the board as we get into first QI. Oh, and mimitaya finds the first break. And Swackwocker does trade it back immediately, so we are seeing a 1v1 in the FCs between Onmichi and Delchoran. Delchoran just with the Ackley and Victoria C really not managing to hold onto these combos as we get out of the first QI. And there goes Onmichi. I think it's a misread after the rhythm section. And now New South Wales be fully in the driver's seat. Yeah, Swackwocker and Tuba just not able to find these combos. Even with Onmichi going down, doesn't really have the support. And now this 170k lead is just going to start to balloon out toward New South Wales as Delchoran still holding an SC with 97. And yeah, even if he didn't break, Arbusion and mimitaya both have recovered some combo as well. So the score lead is just going to keep going all the way. And we see a 3-man break from both of the New South Wales supporting combos. But Tuba really just showing that he's not comfortable in this kind of map. And Onmichi finds a chain miss and people just dropping like flies. Except the one and only Delchoran, still holding strong with this 1000 combo. But yeah, it really seems to be maps for New South Wales, for Victoria on this first map. New South Wales just running away with this massive 400k lead and growing. And will we see Delchoran manage to close out this huge combo? But yeah, couple supporting combos again, but it's just outwardly way too late at this point. And might I add that Victoria C just been fully gapped on this map. So really strong first pick coming out from New South Wales B here. Really flexing the muscles on a slightly harder pool. And into the ending now. So far, and will he find the closing combo to fully wrap up this FC? Dropped a bit of acromelia, but doesn't matter. An FC is an FC. And New South Wales B with an absolute statement, winning their first pick by 770k. With a pretty solid team score of 1.75 mil. Really just had Delchoran put in the work there. And there we are. So New South Wales be taking their first pick in this match. Will be interesting to see how Victoria C replies. As reiterated before, there is no tapping in the pool that is available. All 4 tapping maps have been banned. So, yeah, pretty interesting. But if I did have to pick, I think that Victoria C would start to lean more into the aim. So maps like No Mod 1, Hidden 1, Hard Rock 1 all seem to be up for picks, I think. Free Mod 1 as well. I think Free Mod 1 and No Mod 1 are the most likely candidates to be picked here. Although I could see like a DT 1, could see a Free Mod 2 as well. Especially with the likes of players like John Osu who can be taking the hidden while they don't really have necessarily a full hidden minor. And there it is. We see the free mode on coming out from Victoria C. We'll be probably looking at a one hidden double hard rock from Victoria C. New South Wales B. Probably also the same. This map is definitely one of those kinds of maps that, based on comfort, people might find it easier in hard rock just because of the AR difference, as well as CS being 3.5. So hard rock doesn't add too much of a degree of difficulty. So it would be interesting to see who's doing what. Would probably suggest that New South Wales B would be plugging Delchoran in on the hidden, and Victoria C probably throwing in John Usu on the hidden perhaps. Or AnotherDream. And AnotherDream joining the lobby, so it could be it. But yeah, Arbusion probably repping the hard rock or hidden hard rock, same with mimitaya, Swackwocker and Tuba tried and true with hard rock. If I had to guess. But yeah, getting into the map here, these will be the lineups. New South Wales reprising the same three. Victoria C subbing out Onmichi for AnotherDream. But yeah, Victoria C actually having Swackwocker go on no mod here, which is pretty interesting. As a person who does tend to play a lot of hard rock, this is pretty surprising, and you know, we'll see if it pays off. Tuba finds an early miss, but we're early days, so again, if you wanted to find a miss, then you'd rather it be now than later. But yeah, the overmod coming in from New South Wales B as predicted, and this is definitely one of Victoria C's strongest maps, I'd imagine. Most of their players really are just excelling at this sort of aim, especially at this BPM range, and with the mods. But yeah, other than the early break for Tuba, nobody down yet as we head into the first Ki here. So the jump starts to get really awkward and large, but mimitaya finding the first break in the Ki, traded back by Tuba. So, oh, but there goes Delchoran, and with that, Victoria C actually does have the combo advantage through this first Ki section. Only Arbusion holding the FC. And now Swackwocker and AnotherDream do have a bit of a license to capitalize on this lead in this more filler section. They do have to be careful though. This definitely can be missable if you're not paying attention, even though nothing's really happening. But as we prepare to go to the next guy, AnotherDream, there it is! Just drops on absolutely air. And now we have the modded 1v1, the modded versus no mod 1v1 with Swackwocker and Arbusion. Arbusion does hold the ACK lead. If you're noticing, there is a 50k difference between the FCs on both teams. And New South Wales B have their recoveries as well. But there goes Arbusion! The one FC is down for New South Wales B. And Swackwocker is holding insanely strong here. ACK does leave a little bit to be desired, but oh, but there he goes! Despite all the chances being given to them by New South Wales B, Victoria C haven't managed to capitalize on it. And it really did help that Arbusion on the hard rock was holding for so long, because the score bonus from the hard rock is definitely not negligible here, and dare I say might have even been the difference along with Zach. But yeah, after the break, mimitaya and Delchoran have found very solid recoveries, as have AnotherDream and Unwary Tuba, but the lead is just going to go over, and Swackwocker finds yet another miss. Trading with Delchoran, mimitaya goes down as well. The lead is going back to Victoria C, ever so slightly, but they really need to hold on for as long as they can, and with AnotherDream missing, it's not looking good. Tuba missing really just seals the fate there, and Arbusion the big man himself, ex-OWC player, has put the team absolutely on his back and said, I will carry you. Despite the miss at the end, it's more than enough. And New South Wales B will be taking their breakpoint on 3-1 Aoi Cho. Pretty good stuff from both teams, very solid scores, but Victoria C just lacking that little bit of X factor. And despite doing his best, it just wasn't enough from Swackwocker. But yeah, if Victoria C do put up scores similar to this on a couple of other maps in the pool, namely the AIM, then we might have a match in our hands. They definitely can keep it competitive and close, and that definitely wasn't a shoo-in for New South Wales B. And New South Wales B looking to keep the alt agenda going with the hidden 3 pick. This map, pretty challenging. At alt BPM there's a lot of control, a lot of sliders, just general alt patterns, and a few rhythm checks too, so looking to really attack Victoria C's potential alt deficit here, especially on hidden, where I'm not even sure if they have a full 3-man lineup for at this starting. But yeah, we're seeing the first appearance of Luluwalilth, also known as Reitak, in this match. Which makes sense, does come in for these kinds of hidden picks. Interestingly enough, haven't seen any of jixxi this match. Which might actually make a lot of sense on why they banned TT, what was it, No Mod 2 and Free Mod 3, if he's not here potentially. But Victoria C almost going for full roster sub, taking out Swackwocker and Tuber for John Osu and Onmichi. So yeah, really different kind of map. So we'll see some player swaps, and mimitaya once again hopping out for Reitak here. See if Victoria C can put up a slightly better performance on this compared to the No Mod 3, but especially with such a strong lineup, Delchoran does play well again. It might be strong street here. But yeah, first appearance of John Osu in this match as well. Very promising up and coming reading and tapping player. So we'll see if he can leave his mark on the match. Delchoran does find the early miss this time, so he's first to break. So quite unlike the No Mod 3, where he pretty much held and he finds yet another miss. Maybe the map really just is too different and lost his groove a little bit. But Onmichi does miss on a slider, which won't do Victoria C any favors, but oh, and with AnotherDream breaking, it's not looking good for Victoria C, as the lead will very quickly shift over. John Osu really is the only thing stopping this from being a blowout immediately. But Luluwalilth does find the miss, and all of a sudden it's not so bad. Delchoran has found a recovery, but John Osu matching our boy here is really stemming the flow, as Onmichi does find another break. With the 90-act, doesn't look to be very comfortable in this, again, just like on No Mod 3 with Tuber. But Reitak does miss again as well, and AnotherDream has found recovery as well. So while the lead is slowly creeping over more to New South Wales B side, it is more of a stalemate, and the longer that both of the Victoria C combos can hold, the better it is, because there just might be a chance that one of Delchoran or Arbusion may find the miss. But yeah, very strong scores from John Osu and Arbusion so far. Arbusion, especially with the 99, very challenging on a map like this with a lot of sliders and rhythm. But John Osu is down! And with that, you can almost fully just shut the door on Victoria C unless Arboy and Delchoran miss here. AnotherDream really trying to keep his dreams alive. But as it turns out, that large reverse slider will end his dreams, so to speak. And Delchoran has found a massive recovery as well, so just took a little bit to get into the groove on this map, but overall very, very good score from him. Arboy does find a miss and will not close out the FC, but the damage has been done, and Delchoran does cap off the end with very impressive 750 as well to go with Arboy's 880. And although not quite as dominant as Noma 3, this is for sure still not even close, and New South Wales be really in their ballpark, taking this one by 620k. And now Victoria C do have the opportunity to pick again. I'm expecting a No Mod 1 potentially to come out from them. Or Free Mod 3. Both could be doable. Sorry, not Free Mod 3, I think I meant Free Mod 2. The CS5 Air 8 map. Very aimy map as well. Does benefit the likes of players like Tuba and AnotherDream. But yeah, we'll see what they can do here, because I think their picks are limited, and there will be a point where Victoria C just don't have anything that they feel extremely comfortable on. So even if it's not now, I believe the No Mod 1 and Free Mod 2 picks will be coming eventually. There it is, as expected. Free Mod 2 coming out from Victoria C. So yeah, this one very, very challenging actually. Very brutal angular aim. Low BPM as well as some big spacing, so expecting New South Wales B lineup to remain relatively similar. I think they will potentially opt for the O-Mode one as well. I think that this is definitely a map that I would consider pretty even on mod difficulty between Hidden and Hard Rock, although I think maybe slightly easier on Hard Rock despite the large spacing and low BPM. I think it's just so brutal and hidden with some of the edge angles. A lot of these sort of geometric shapes like pentagons and hexagons, and Excel decel spacing as well. So we'll see what both teams run out with. I would expect a double Hard Rock overmod from both teams potentially, or Victoria C might even bring out the easy from John Osu. Also potentially angle for no mod for someone like AnotherDream as well, but definitely New South Wales B and Victoria C will have the Hard Rocks covered by Arbusion and Tuba, I suspect. But yeah. So we're seeing Onmichi And John Osu coming in to round up the lineup for Victoria C, while Delchoran and Reitak will be coming in. I think Reitak will be taking the hidden, Delchoran potentially on the no mod, potentially on the hard rock, but Arbusion for sure more comfortable on the hard rock here as we begin the match. The real question is if we'll see the easy come out from John Osu or if he's taking the hidden. But I think even for the 1.7 multiplier, that there definitely will be possibility. And there we do see it. We've got the double hard rock overmod from both teams. Hidden hard rock on the side of Delchoran as well, and Reitak will be taking the hidden. So there will be some mats involved in this match if it gets close. Tuba finding a couple early misses, but yeah, this map really doesn't play around. Just goes right into the aim. And it's pretty consistent throughout the entire way as well. So yeah, the score differences you see will not necessarily be true, but John Osu is finding a couple misses at the start and won't necessarily help his stocks. Whereas New South Wales B do look a lot more comfortable in this than them. But Arbusion, the one to be carrying them on the hard rock on most of the maps recently, has found a couple breaks early. Delchoran and Reitak still holding strong, as Reitak finds a misread. And now the only FC is on New South Wales B side, as Victoria C just really struggle to find any combo here at all. Onmichi finding a couple of breaks as well. However, John Osu has stabilized, and as I say that, everybody on New South Wales B has missed. But it's counteracted by Victoria C's team miss as well, and neither team really comfortable in this match. Just goes to show you how brutal some of the aim on this is. But yeah, definitely cannot fault John Osu for picking it easy here, as the hit is just so hard. And even looking at someone like Reitak, who is more comfortable in the lawyer aim, he's even struggling to find a couple big combos as we go into the triple session here. Misses left and right from all the hard rock players. Onmichi the only one to match to hit it, as I say that, finds a chain miss. But yeah, Victoria C trying the absolute hardest, but New South Wales B just with their noses permanently ahead in this one. So we enter the last KI section. But yeah, neither team able to hang on to much combo either. Couple decent scores from people all around, but just the very consistent get 100 combo and find a couple misses here and there. Both teams, especially on the hard rock, low BPM, high spacing, CS 6.5. It's difficult, and while Victoria C did put up a little bit of an effort with some of these combos from Tuba and Onmichi, it wasn't enough. And New South Wales B comfortably take their 4th point of the match. And it is back to their pick. So, being up comfortably 4-0 here, especially the Victoria C a bit on the ropes with how many maps that they're able to pick here, could spell sort of the end for Victoria C maybe. But in saying that, I don't want to see Victoria C go down without a fight, at the very least, and I'm expecting a no mod one to come out at some point. And now coming out from New South Wales B, slamming their third 3 slot in the match. 3 is the crowd, as we know. And these New South Wales players really do just enjoy their ult. This one a bit more of a jank one, with their rhythm as well. But yeah, it's quite rough. This is, I'd say, one of the hardest maps in the pool, especially to ACK, and it's just not friendly at all towards the players. Yeah, this one, few rhythm checks, a lot of snap aim, and just general hard rock comfort reading. Typical of a James Jan map, to be honest. Once you see his name on a map, usually you know what you're getting. Yeah, this one a bit more light on the circle side as well, a bit bigger to compensate just for the fact that it's so incredibly hard otherwise. And we see Reitak swap out for very much. I would have to say though, I'd be very surprised if Victoria C picks anything that isn't Harder 2 or Nomad 1. I think their core is best on those maps. Maybe even a Fremont 3. Sorry, not a Fremont 3, Fremont 4. We haven't seen Cat Oil get played very much this week, and could be something that they're down for. Circle Tech and good mix of mods. Very possible that we could see like another Dream pop-off or a John Osu pop-off there.
Agora quer mandar em mim, coitadinho. Não passa de contatinho abaixo o tom. Respeitar a mamãe aqui. Olha ele, todo se achando, tá metendo louco. Daqui a pouco eu vou fazer que nem eu fiz com outro. Se quando eu danço te incomoda, amor, eu acho é pouco. Ai, que ranço, deixa eu te lembrar que eu não sou obrigada a nada. Ninguém manda nessa raba. Uma bunda dessa não nasceu pra ser mandada. Ninguém manda nessa raba. Deixa eu te lembrar que eu não sou obrigada a nada. Ninguém manda.
But actually, we've got the Nomad 5 coming out from Victoria C, going all in on the reading gambit. Honestly, very surprised, considering I think Victoria C's probably their only reading player would be John Osu, but AnotherDream could be one to watch as well. And probably having an Onmichi or a Swackwocker back up as the third. Really throwing a curveball at New South Wales B, who also don't necessarily have reading players. They do have Reitak, but Arbusion and Delchoran definitely aren't the most comfortable and stuff like that, so this could be a big gamble that sees them try and counterpick New South Wales B's skill sets. But there is an equal chance that Arbusion and Delchoran don't really get affected too much by the AR here, and the ult prowess does come out to play. So we'll see. We'll see if it's a pretty bold move, but they want to get back into the match, and I think that something like this is a bit of a circuit breaker. Definitely different from all the ult maps that have been picked so far, so we shall see. And as we see, we do have John Osu and Unwary Tuba and Onmichi in the lobby, so no AnotherDream. And a couple of players wouldn't have thought would be comfortable playing this, but New South Wales be rocking with their reading lineup from eons ago, and the same lineup that they ran on Hidden 3 with Reitak, Delchoran, and Arbusion. Onmichi finding the first break on the start, also joined by Tuba, and it really does seem that Victoria C's gamble has just not paid off yet. Arbusion and Reitak finding misses, but they are traded back by John Osu, and Delchoran, the only one left in the lobby with a combo. This lobby getting absolutely slaughtered on this intro, and it just does seem to be an all-out Hail Mary to try and See if the other team just can't play it at all and have John Usu 1v3. Which doesn't seem to be working as he has found another break. Delchoran does drop his full combo and it's just so messy in this map. Players on both teams just struggling to hold combos. Delchoran does find another break. Reitak stabilized somewhat. Zach's coming up a bit as well, but Victoria C just can't really play. Even with that Reitak miss, they're already up by about 200k. But a Delchoran chain miss will give them a little bit of hope. Just a little. But I think it's almost assuredly that the map is over at this point, as we are halfway through. And Victoria C does not have much of a combo or ACK on their side. And through the cut triple section, we'll see if anyone manages to break on them. And the entirety of Victoria C is unfortunately fallen. And I think that will confirm it. So New South Wales B managing to sweep in pretty decent fashion as well. Some good scores, especially from Arbusion and Delchoran, and on this map we have Reitak doing his best with this 400 combo to put up something, but unfortunately, as I say that, I've cursed him and he's found a miss. So unfortunately to Victoria C, I think one of our last C teams still left in the tournament. We will be saying goodbye to them for this edition of States Cup. And congratulations to New South Wales B for taking this match 6-0 and moving on to semi-finals. And as we say this, there is one more match going on at the moment, which is New Zealand A versus Stateless, the 1 vs 9 seed in the winners bracket. So we'll probably be moving on to that onto Fault's channel. I'll set up a raid for it really quickly. But yeah, congratulations to New South Wales C once again, and commiserations to Victoria C. And Stateless is actually up right now 2-0, so I will be throwing you guys over to them, where you guys will be joined by Fault and Alba on commentary.